This is Terrance of Terrance Hill TV. I want to thank you so much for tuning into this episode of Terrance Hill TV, presented to you by WTV over the digital airways of YouTube. Yes, WTV, Epic Elevate the Vision. Let's do it.
Well, I hope you are ready for Epic Elevation, WETV.
Say no more, go get the bag, go get the cake, go get the cheese, and say no more. Say no more, say no more. Say no more. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear? Okay. All right. So we'll definitely give some commentary of where LeBron should go to next. But I'm definitely, I know wherever he goes, he's going to be motivated to have the opportunity to deliver a fourth championship. Well, this would be his fifth, but meaning it'd be his fourth championship on a different team. Like nobody, I don't even think anyone has won three championships on three different teams. Maybe I could be wrong. Maybe Robert Ory, I would probably say. I know Ori, what, with the Spurs, Rockets, Lakers, so he would definitely be one. Has anyone ever done it on four teams? Let me know in the comment section. Fact check that and let me know has that been done before. But yeah, I'm definitely excited for LeBron have an opportunity to start over somewhere else, and we'll see what he decides to do, where he's going to take his talents to next. Let's get into a little bit of commentary and kind of hear some other opinions of what's going on with this situation. We'll go to Shams, which Shams is pretty much the go-to guy when it comes to all of this, when it comes to stuff going on in the NBA. Shams has become the go-to man over the last couple of years. So let's get into this whole thing from Shams and see what he has to say about where LeBron could possibly end up next. Give me 1 second, guys. Let's get this video lined up.
Breaking news out of the NBA. Our Shams Charania reporting that after 8 years, LeBron James, the NBA's all-time leading scorer, will be playing a record 24th season in the NBA, but it will not be with the Los Angeles Lakers. The reaction is pouring in on social media, and with that, we welcome in our senior insider, Shams Charania, for more on this story. Shams, this is strange doing this from across the pond, but the news, it certainly demands it. What more can you tell us about how LeBron came to the decision that he wants to play again, but it won't be with LA?
Like LeBron James made the decision on Tuesday here that he will enter free agency, but not only that, he has decided to leave the Los Angeles Lakers. Rich Paul, his agent, informed Rob Pelinka, the Lakers' president of basketball operations, that the Lakers can move on with their offseason because LeBron James is moving on with them. He is leaving after 8 years. He led them to a 2020 NBA championship. And so,
hold on. Boo, are you dumb? Ether Abdul-Allah. Yeah, now we can play Lakers basketball. It's time to celebrate. It's time to celebrate. Really.
Let me ask you something. Are you out of your fucking mind?
Are you crazy? Like, dude, like the Lakers are gonna be, I think they're gonna be struggling to maybe be a play-in team this year. You don't get better by losing LeBron James. I don't wish anything bad on anyone, but I just don't see the team getting better, especially losing Marcus Smart. Like, that's going to be a struggle. That's going to be a real struggle losing Marcus Smart. So, we'll see what happens. We'll definitely see what happens, but I think that's going to be a struggle by losing Marcus Smart. Yeah, man, Miami wouldn't be a bad place. Black is bowling. Yeah, Miami wouldn't be a bad spot for him. I'm gonna give my opinion at the end of the show where I think he should go to next, but I'm not mad at him going back to Miami. I'm sure him and Pat Riley, whatever happened in the past is, I mean, if LeBron can forgive Dan Gilbert, he can forgive anybody So I don't really see that being much of an issue for him and Pat Riley to kind of put that stuff to the side. LeBron is going to the Warriors. That's a possibility, but it's still possible he could go somewhere else too. So we'll see.
LeBron James had to first sift through whether he wanted to play another year, and all indications were he was going to do that. So a record unprecedented 24th NBA season awaits LeBron James at the very least. But then it was about where he was going to do it. And obviously there's been a lot of different moves over the last year or so with the Lakers, different priorities with the Lakers. Luka Doncic, Austin Reeves, we know they're both on max contracts, and their organization had decisions to make. And so before it can get to a point where the Lakers had to take time and wait, LeBron James made the decision for them. Now both sides can move on with their offseason. And so why? I'm told this is a happiness.
Let me say this. I don't know if you guys could hear me. I was trying to do something different today, not necessarily having my face on screen. So I'm not sure if you guys could hear some of what I was saying. What I was saying earlier, that I support players more than organizations. So when I was a kid, I was a Buffalo Bills fan. And then when Jim Kelly, Thurman Thomas, what's his name? Don Beebe, Andre Reed, Bruce didn't retire. He ended up going to Washington. But when those guys, I think Thurman went to the Dolphins, but when those guys pretty much, the team was kind of blowing up, then I became a Green Bay Packer fan. And I was a Packer fan forever because Brett Favre was my favorite player. And then when Brett went to the Jets, I was a Jet fan for a year. And then when Brett went to the Vikings, I became a Vikings fan. And then when Brett retired, I just stuck with the Vikings. I stuck with the Vikings. But my point is, I support players more than organizations. So for me, obviously, as a kid, I was a Bulls fan. And then when Michael and the whole team kind of blew that thing up, I supported Pippen. So I became a Houston fan for a year when Scottie was up there. Then I became a Trailblazers fan. And then when Scottie was kind of on his last leg, I lived in Ohio in 2000. So I used to hear about LeBron James, hear about his, people going to all the way from Columbus, where I was living at, going up to see him play and all that. So obviously when he went pro, it was just, hey, I became a LeBron James fan. So anywhere he's at, that's where I'm going to be at. So I will not be a Laker fan anymore, but I do wish them all the best. I understand they want to go ahead and move forward with Luka, but I do think if they wanted LeBron James back, and I think the reason this decision was made, if you ain't talking about a max contract, there's nothing to talk about. Like, there's nothing else to talk about. I don't hear anything about no first apron and stuff like that. No, that guy pays for himself. He's still the most talked about person in the league, still the most viewed player in the league, has one of the highest jersey sales in the year. If you ain't coming with a max, there's nothing to talk about. And I think with all this take a pay cut stuff, he felt disrespected. And it was just time to move on, let them do their thing, and he can move forward. So I agree with the decision that the King made.
Led decision for LeBron James. He feels like he needs to find his happiness elsewhere, and wherever he lands in free agency, it will not be driven by money, according to sources. And so it was a bumpy finish for him with the Lakers at different points, even though at the age of 41, he led the Lakers out of the first round pretty much by himself as that star player with Reeves and Luka Doncic out. But now, 8 years later in LA, that's the most time he's ever spent with a team. He told the Lakers today that they can move on because he is moving on elsewhere. LeBron James will play for a new team in season 24.
All right. So
okay, guys, reported from Shams, Tim Hardaway Jr. has agreed to a deal with the Miami Heat. And also DeAndre Jordan has agreed to a deal to return to the New Orleans Pelicans. So that's breaking news. Yeah, Miami's definitely got to get some shooting. Like, even if LeBron did go to Miami, they got to get some shooters down there. Even though you got Bam, LeBron, and Giannis can definitely do all the bully stuff and definitely be lethal and pick and roll and all that. But you got to get a couple snipers down there to help out and space the floor.
LeBron James, he won a championship with the Los Angeles Lakers in 2020, but he is going to be moving on. The question, Shams, they really only begin now. We've seen LeBron make huge decisions before. What's the timeline for when we can expect to know more about his new team, and do we know the teams that he is eyeing?
It's unclear, Malika, what the timeline will be for LeBron James. Right now, he's spending time in the Ohio area, spending time with his family. He's going to make a decision on his own time, but there's no question all of the NBA's contending teams are in the picture here for LeBron James. We'll call Rich Paul, will call LeBron James to express interest as soon as free agency opens up at 6 p.m. Eastern time tonight. But out of all the contenders around the league, teams expect the Warriors, the Cleveland Cavaliers, the Miami Heat, all to emerge as among some of the suitors for LeBron James. Of course, you never know who could come out of the woodworks, who else could come aboard and pitch LeBron James on a vision to join a team and compete and be happy in his 24th NBA season. As I've been reporting for the last 24 hours, the Golden State Warriors had formed a grand plan going into this offseason to try to form a duo of LeBron James and Anthony Davis to join Stephen Curry and Draymond Green. And Draymond Green opting out of his $27.7 million player option gave the Warriors the flexibility and the wherewithal to go out and pursue both avenues. And so the Warriors will be working on that going into tonight's free agency.
Wow. Okay, so that is...
Well, one thing about it, by LeBron going to the Bay Area, San Francisco, there's a lot of tech companies up there, so he can definitely make some money with some investment companies. He can be in a bunch of commercials and stuff like that, so he doesn't really have to worry about the $50 million he would normally get by playing. He can go somewhere on a lower contract and make up the rest. He could pick up a couple endorsements or something like that. So it's not really a big deal. Golden State might get him. Ant better holler. Yeah, I agree. Like Minnesota is definitely a big option as well. Like he got some options to weigh. He definitely got some options to weigh what he wants to do. So I agree with you. Black is bowling for sure.
The LeBron James side of all of this, and that is certainly the biggest piece of this news. But the Lakers, they also have decisions to make here, Shams, and we've been hearing that this is the summer that they are going to go out and
what do you guys think about but Ja going to Portland?
Try to find a marquee center for Luka Doncic. Do you know how they pivot from here?
Look, they're going to have almost $50 million in cap space now that LeBron James is off their board, that he told them that, hey, you can move on with whatever you guys got to do because I'm out. So with that $50 million, what can they accomplish either via trades? They've been working parallel paths here. They've been trying to figure out Austin Reeves' free agency, waiting on an answer from LeBron James. They have Rui Hachimura to retain as well. But then even beyond that, they've been pursuing trade paths that bring in salary into their $50 million of space. But you think about in free agency, whether they want to pursue restricted free agents like Jalen Duren, Walker Kessler, whether there are other free agent forwards like Jonathan Kuminga, Tobias Harris, to name a couple, they will have interest in players like that. And now they're going to have $50 million to play with from a salary perspective.
And to think, Shams, free agency hasn't even officially...
They better keep Rui. So a lot of that money better be Rui can't... If I was Rui, I wouldn't let them lowball me, especially with LeBron leaving. Like, you got to keep Hachimura, in my opinion. So if you got maybe $52 million to play with, what did Rui play for last year? I think it was like 18. He can't go no lower than that. So they're going to have to either try to re him up at that number, or they're going to have to go up maybe $2 million a year or something like that. Like, Rui definitely has earned his money to be like a $20 million a year guy. So I don't know what they're going to do as far as the Lakers go. And that was my point originally. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't understand this whole trying to be below the cap situation. Like, no, you need to go above the cap and pay the luxury tax. And you could have kept LeBron at the $59 million mark. But with them not even, I get they saying the reports are they couldn't get in contact with him and all that. Like, no, there's nothing to talk about. If you're not talking about a max, like, there's nothing to talk about. It's not going to be a situation where you're going to go out and try to get Walker Kessler and get this person and get that person and then come to LeBron and say, hey, we got $12 million for you. Hell no. Like, no, I'm not even taking your call. Like, don't disrespect him like that. He's done way too much for that team for that type of situation to really go down, in my opinion. And I think the team just sold for $10 billion. You think the team would have sold for that had LeBron not going up there? So he helped them generate billions of dollars. So it's only right for him to be compensated and get, I mean, hell, it's players in the league making $50 million that's not putting up the type of production that he is. So there's no reason, and he's the face of the league still. So there's no reason for him to be lowballed on a contract.
Opened yet. Thank you very much for joining us here for that insight. We appreciate it. In the meantime, reaction is understandably pouring in here on social media. The entire sports world wondering where LeBron James may go next, and will this be it in his all-time great career? Could this be the last year that he plays in the NBA? Certainly the questions continue. NBA Today will have a free agency special from 7 to 10 Eastern time. The great Hannah Storm will be sitting in with me for that. But today,
I think LeBron easily can play another 2 seasons. Easy. I mean, the guy's a baller, man. That's what he does. He plays basketball. So I think he can easily play. I mean, actually, with him, his passing ability and the way he plays, I mean, the guy could easily probably play 3 years, honestly, if he wanted to. But I'm sure he wants to eventually transition and start doing other stuff with his life. But look at these numbers from last year. Basically 21 points a game. Could have been more than that, but he kind of went to the third role last year. 52% shooting, 6 rebounds, 7 assists, 60 games. And really, had LeBron played 5 more games, he would have at least made the third All-NBA team at the age of 41. He'll be 42 this year. He'll definitely be motivated, and I think his numbers this year get back up somewhere like around 25 points per game. But let's check out this video here.
Cleveland as a potential destination, Dave.
Yeah. I mean, of all the places in the world where he could come to the conclusion that he was going to be leaving the Lakers and telling the Lakers he was going to be leaving, it just so happens to be Akron, Ohio, Cleveland, Ohio. And I'm not going to say that's all of the clues.
Look how cut he is at 41 years old. He is like shredded. And that beard is gray. That beard is gray. I'm older than LeBron. I don't have no gray, but he is grayed out, man. I'm 44, but man, he is grayed out. Look at that. Jeez, LeBron.
Cleveland as a potential destination, Dave.
Yeah. I mean, of all the places in the world where he could come to the conclusion that he was going to be leaving the Lakers and telling the Lakers he was going to be leaving, it just so happens to be Akron, Ohio, Cleveland, Ohio. And I'm not going to say that's all of the clues right there, but we have to read the tea leaves here. I know that several members of LeBron's kind of inner circle are going to meet him in Ohio this week. And I'm sure they continue to have a discussion about what the decision will be. But it could be the best situation right down the road from where he grew up, 45 minutes from Akron, with the Cavs for a third stint. And really, I've followed this guy now for 12 years around the country. I've seen different fan bases, different arenas. Mm-hmm. The only place that accepts him, embraces him, celebrates him for everything that he is Cleveland, Ohio.
Yeah, Cleveland.
Well, the thing is this, too. Unless you hear it from LeBron's mouth, I don't want to hear all this stuff about the money is not important. Like, he's got to get paid, man. I mean, it's only right. Okay, I don't know what this Joe Ingles signs to Malcolm One free agency news. Okay, I mean, I don't know anything about that, but salute if that's true. Let's play. Oh, you know what? Let me give LeBron his props about something. He took the high road today, and maybe that's not something that some people would have done, but he definitely took the high road. And I think there's something that a lesson can be learned from this situation for a lot of people. Let me pull this up. You never ever. Now, you can let your feelings and emotions kind of get you in trouble, but he chose not to do that. I'm not sure how clear that is, but this is a statement from Jeannie Buss. She says, LeBron James is one of the greatest athletes in history. We will always be thankful for his 8 years with the Lakers, including the title he led us to in 2020 under the toughest imaginable circumstances and the countless records he broke in purple and gold. We wish him all the best in the future, both on the court and off. He will always be a treasured part of the Lakers family, Jeannie Buss. And then the post from the Lakers organization says, thank you, LeBron. And what LeBron did that a lot of people need to let a learning lesson be, because you don't want to let your emotions get the best of you, because you never know what the future may hold, that you may need these people one day or vice versa. So LeBron said, no, thank you. Truly an honor to wear the purple and gold while trying to continuing the greatness and legacies that came before me. Hope I made a few proud during my stint. Yeah, he definitely did his thing there, but I definitely want to give him his props, the way he handled the situation. Obviously not liking or loving the way everything was handled, but you still want to kind of take the high road and do stuff the right way. Now, that don't mean he ain't trying to compete with them, and I'm going to give my opinions about something in a minute. Let's play another video. Someone made a comment, LeBron going to the Wolves. I know it. Terrance might go, okay, Terrance. My name's Terrance too. Oh, hey, that's a possibility. That's the second person that mentioned he could possibly go to the Timberwolves. So not a bad place if that's something he decided to do. I'm going to play one more video before we wrap up. Again, if you guys want to support the show, please support with a Cash App. I would definitely appreciate it. Or you can support with the Super Chat. Venmo is also I'm in the Hills as well. Let's play this one more video before we wrap up and get out of here. Let me drop something too. If anybody wants to come on the show and give their thoughts, bam, there you go. There's a link if anyone wants to come up for a few minutes before I get out of here. Let me play one more video before I wrap up. This one is from Ramona Shelbourne. I like her commentary, so I want to hear what she has to say on this.
Today,
Let's talk.
let's talk.
We got a lot to say.
We got us Ramona Shelbourne
Did I not
in the
tell
studio.
you yesterday?
Yeah.
What did I text you? You can go ahead and say.
Can I
Not exactly. Just censor it. Censor it.
Okay.
Say, I think he's leaving. I think he's breaking up with them.
Yeah, you said
Let me see what I texted you.
Ron hasn't told the Lakers whether he's playing at Rich Paul's in Europe, but supposedly they're talking later today. They like.
Okay, that's enough. That's enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's breaking up.
Now,
I think,
so is this LeBron breaking up with the Lakers, or is this the Lakers sort of?
yeah, I said just raising the issue just in case,
Right.
And I said I think he's I think yesterday. I think Braun is breaking up with them.
Yep.
Like
Now, do you think? Marcus asked a good question.
Is this Braun breaking up with them, or is this the Lakers sort of setting it up and just kind of being emotionally distant,
Or is
so
this
that Braun wants
by mutual agreement parting? Conscious uncoupling.
Can it be?
Yes.
Yeah. You know what? That's a great way to put it. I'm gonna steal that.
Well, that was Gwyneth Paltrow
Yes.
and Chris Martin from
Right.
Coldplay.
Yes.
They were consciously uncoupling.
I kind of feel like I did at the end of Fight Club, and this is a spoiler alert. I'm not going to say what it is.
The movie's like 30 years old.
He was
I know, but
kicking
it's-
his own ass.
Yeah.
That's basically the spoiler.
Basically, okay.
Yeah.
You're like, what? I should have. Oh, now I see it. Okay. I mean, every once in a while, people tell you exactly what they're doing.
Yep.
And it's just a question of whether you believe them or not.
Right.
And the Lakers went into a meeting with Luka Doncic last year. Remember when Brian Windhorst and I did this whole story about how they met with Luka at Craig's on Melrose?
Oh, sure.
And I spent way too much time figuring out the front door or the back door and
Right.
comparing the paparazzi
They went
photos.
in the back door and came out the front door, right?
Luka went in the back door.
Oh.
All three of the non-famous people went in the front door. and then all 4 of them went out the front door.
Oh,
Okay, and Luka was carrying the binder.
The binder.
The binder. Okay, listen, this took a lot of research here. Okay,
I know.
had to
No, the
confirm
binder.
everything,
The
and then
binder at
research.
Craig's with the chicken parm. I get
But
it.
guess what? And the pigs in a blanket. and
Oh,
all
by
that,
the way,
yeah.
their dessert pizza, fantastic.
Super good.
Yeah.
And they had some really expensive Aces.
Let me fast
To me,
forward on this.
it's interesting that
Try our team for 7 days, and if you're not impressed, you don't even have to pay us. We will help you strategize, ideate, script, film, edit, and distribute across all social media platforms. And the only thing
we've gotten to okay, yeah, we all season long. I think you asked me 10 times, and I said, "Do you think LeBron comes back?"
Yeah.
I go, I mean, the way he's playing right now, why wouldn't you bring him back?
Right,
You know, right?
right.
He's a really good player. I mean, he carried him against Houston.
Yep.
As the season, and even like a couple weeks ago, I was like, I'm still like 90% he's going to come back. They can pay him the most money, and blah,
At
blah.
one point, I think Ireland. What was his highest percentage? He wrote his percentages on the board.
Maybe like 70.
At one point, he had it 70% Lakers.
70.
Yeah.
it was like
He was-
70% Lakers, like 25% somewhere else, like 5% retirement, I think.
Yeah, that was basically what he
Yeah.
called at one point. And he adjusted it over a
So-
period of time. Can I just add something? This is a little color, Dave McMenamin. LeBron James has
Yep.
instructed Rich Paul to talk to everyone around the league who's interested in playing for them and come back to him with what the options are so he can make his decision. After taking time to decompress and undergo some self-assessment, LeBron James came to the conclusion that he wanted to continue to play meaningful, competitive basketball. Now, I don't quite get that. You can play competitive, meaningful basketball right here. What I think this is a happiness move, isn't it? More than it's a competitive move, Momo? Is he doing this for happiness, or is
Yes.
he doing
Yes. The answer to both is yes.
so
So-
both competitive and happiness?
I think this is the best move for all involved.
Yeah.
I really do. I don't think he would continue to be happy here as the third wheel.
Yep.
As 3 out of 3.
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay. They just paid Austin. So in terms of who's eating first,
Yep.
it's Luka, it's Austin, and then it's LeBron.
Yep.
And salary wise, it was going to finally reflect that, which is uncomfortable. He's one of the greatest players of all time, if
he
not
is.
the greatest. Like I don't think he would have been happy in that role. And I don't know that they're competitive with him in that role because, quite frankly, they need to build the team different.
Mhm.
This is not how you would build a team around Luka. Like LeBron and Luka did their best with an awkward fit.
right.
They both are the same player. They're both ball dominant point forwards.
Yeah.
They're great, and it's really nice to play with a guy like AR. Now there was a stretch there where they all three played together and they had some good metrics, but it didn't last long. And I think they've got to get better in the front court.
Yep.
They have some meetings this afternoon with
Yep.
free agents. I think Jalen Duren is a name that you really want to look at and see what happens there. It's a very risky game with
Super risky.
with restricted free agents. I wonder
What about Walker Kessler?
both
Same deal?
same deal.
I think I read that they're both having conversations. today.
Yeah, that's right. I would say
Is Marcus Smart coming back?
don't think so.
Is Luke Kennard coming back?
Don't know. I would have said yes yesterday. He might go now today. I've heard something else.
And Rui Hachimura?
I think so.
You think he's coming back?
I think Rui's coming back.
I think he should be. Actually, Marcus Smart, they're going to have a hard time facing or finding another point
I
of
agree.
attack defender as good as Marcus Smart was for keying that defense
Correct,
last year.
but they might find somebody who's a better shooter and can create some offense.
Right.
Was it always going to be, was it inevitable that it was going to be this awkward? I mean, the whole binder thing. I mean, at
This
some point-
wasn't awkward. Have you been here? Remember Shaq and Kobe? Remember Stay D12?
Yeah.
Dwight wanted Kobe to get amnestied, and
Yeah.
I mean, that was awkward.
That was awkward.
This
Yes,
is
it
about
was.
as
The State
clean of a
D12
baton
was a-
pass as you can have
Right.
between two superstars.
Right. And he did tell
They're
us.
hugging each other.
He
and
did
putting
tell
out-
us that's it. Jeannie sent out a nice tweet. Magic sent out a nice tweet. LeBron
Kareem.
sent
I
out a
see
nice
Kareem. I saw
tweet.
Kareem's tweet, yeah.
tweeted.
This is all choreographed, guys.
Yeah.
Like nothing happens like this so cleanly. Like,
So is
come
it
on.
is it Golden State?
okay, you want to do the pie?
Yeah, let's do
I'd
the pie.
say
Let's have some pie.
70% Golden State.
Okay.
Let's go 10% Cleveland, 5% Miami, 5% something else.
5% something else.
I look, I don't know where.
Okay,
I don't.
let's run that back. What did she say?
wanted Kobe to get amnestied and I mean, that was awkward.
That was awkward.
This
Yes,
is
it
about
was.
as clean of a baton pass as you can have between two superstars.
Right, and he did tell us.
They're hugging each other.
He did tell us
us
that's it. Jeannie sent out a nice tweet. Magic sent out a nice tweet. LeBron
Kareem.
sent
I see
out a
Kareem.
nice
I saw
tweet.
Kareem's tweet, yeah.
tweeted.
This is all choreographed, guys.
Yeah.
Like nothing happens like this so cleanly. Like,
So
come on.
Is it Golden State?
Okay, you want to do the pie?
Yeah, let's do the
I'd
pie.
say
Let's have some pie.
70% Golden State.
70%. Okay.
Let's go 10% Cleveland, 5% Miami, 5% something else.
5% something else.
Look, I don't know where. I'm not going to report this.
Right. Okay.
I'm
Not
just
not
wildly
reporting.
speculating.
Wild speculation.
Wild speculation. I just keep thinking Phoenix or Denver should call too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I heard I was listening to NBA radio today, and they said Denver was certainly one of the.
I'm not mad at Denver. I'm not mad at that. I don't know about Phoenix, but I'm not mad at Denver at all.
Teams that he could
He took
consider.
a meeting with them before. He's got a good relationship with Josh Kroenke. There's video of him and Joker like yucking it up in the middle of a game.
All right, breaking news, guys. Kawhi Leonard is going back to Toronto, so that agreement just happened.
It's totally not Joker style to play with a guy who brings the circus to town. Totally an anti-Denver Nuggets culture. But guess what? Denver just lost.
Yeah.
In this first round, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they just lost in the first round. It was a really bad loss.
I mean, if you're Joker, you don't really like to be in the spotlight anyway. Why not have somebody who can bring maybe not the circus, but at least kind of take that off you a little bit?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Also, his deal's up. I mean, not up.
Yeah, right.
He could extend or not extend.
He's on a clock right now, right? He's got one more year after this
I
year.
think Phoenix is super interesting. You saw that. Just remember that video of him yucking it up with Dylan Brooks and Devin Booker on the sideline. Those things never happen by accident.
LeBron
And then
LeBron and Phoenix. I don't know. I don't know if I see that, but I do have another team in mind that I think he should consider, in my personal opinion. But I'm gonna say this. I thought he did his thing with the Lakers, but I'm fine. That's cool. Like, let them go ahead and have it. Let them go ahead and build with Luka. Now, I think one thing that Laker fans need to be prepared for, and this is just my opinion, there's no guarantee that Luka will remain a Laker. I just think in my heart he could possibly walk when given the opportunity. So I don't know if he's going to be someone that's going to be there for 10 years like they think. And if Luka does decide to walk, where does that put the organization at that point? Paid a lot of money for Reeves, but man, you had I think Marcus Smart was definitely one of the priorities to keep. And with him possibly going to Houston, that's going to be pretty interesting where everything lines up for the Lakers at this point. But in my mind, even though, in my opinion, they should have gave LeBron whatever he wanted, and I think it's total disrespect for a lot of decisions to be made, and you're not even running stuff by him. But everything kind of run its course. So I'm kind of happy he's getting out of there, gets a fresh start somewhere else. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. But I'm going to give a couple opinions on something before we wrap up and get out of here. Where do I think LeBron should go next? Now, a lot of you guys have said this in the chat a few times. So I'm going to throw this team up first as a possibility, and especially with them just making a trade recently to get who they got, is it possible that the Timberwolves could be an opportunity? Maybe so. I mean, Ant, LaMelo, Bron, it's not bad. I mean, it's not bad at all. So I keep my eye on that as a possibility. Another team that I think could definitely use his services that he should consider and think about, and this team was just in the finals, and that would be the San Antonio Spurs. Harrison Barnes really didn't give them nothing last year. Fox struggled a lot, and I think just having LeBron's playmaking ability, his IQ, his leadership, his experience for Wemby to learn some of that stuff could pay dividends to that organization. So keep your eye on the Spurs as a possibility. Another team, obviously, that we know there's been talks of him being linked to would be him returning back to South Beach and go back to Miami, go play with Giannis, go play with Bam. Now, of course, they got to make some other moves. They just got Tim Hardaway. I think Wiggins is still there. Will Wiggins stay? Would they try to do a sign and trade or something like that? I'm not sure. But they definitely got to get some shooting in Miami, especially with Hero going to Milwaukee. So they got to get some shooting there. But I would keep my eye on Miami if I were a betting man. Next team, I would say, obviously, this one is goes without saying, and it's possible that LeBron could go back home, go to Cleveland. You know those people are going to love you. You know those people are going to support you. I'd definitely be there supporting them. I definitely make some trips up there. So that's a possibility for him going back to Cleveland. And I'm going to throw two other teams out there. Now, I know, like Ramona was saying, I know that, I've heard a few people talk about Denver being a possibility. I'm not mad at that. With LeBron going to play with Joker. Oh yeah, I mean, it's a couple more teams I wanna throw out there before I wrap up. Because hey, I mean, he can kind of go wherever he wants to go. I mean, he's a free agent, so there's a couple more teams I want to mention as possibilities. Now we know this one is kind of getting like the lead attention right now. And is it possible that LeBron could go link up and go play with Steph? That's very possible that he could go play with Steph, Draymond. Can they try to get Anthony Davis? Hell, will Clay try to come back? Who knows? But that's a possibility for him to go to Golden State. I'm just going to throw this one out there too. I know this is crazy talking because I know LeBron doesn't like this team. He doesn't like the people there. They don't really care for him. But they're in a situation where for some foolish reason they're trying to get rid of their superstar. Will LeBron think about going to Boston? Hey, he was talking about his dream would be a Lakers-Boston finals. Could be. It may just be you with Boston. I'm just throwing that out there. Do I think it's likely? No. But it's just a thought. And then I got two more teams. Could LeBron say, you know what? I don't want to go nowhere. I like living in LA. I'm going to go hook up with Ty Lue. I'm going to go back to the Clippers. I wouldn't rule it out. And now we can fight for who really is, which team really is the team of the Los Angeles area. So Clippers, I wouldn't rule out. But out of everything I named, I think if I was LeBron James, there's one team I would go to over everything that's been named thus far. And if I were the king, I would go to the Pistons. That's me. I would go to the Pistons. I mean, they are ready. You got Cade. That team, I like how gritty they are. They play hard. Anytime you play the Pistons, it's going to be hard work. It's not going to be an easy night. You got to work for everything. I would seriously consider the Detroit Pistons if I was LeBron James. And if I were the king, that would be my number one option, would be going to Detroit. That's my personal opinion. I think he should really, really consider going there. Will he do it? I don't know. But I would definitely give it some thought, give it some consideration if I was LeBron. I would seriously think about going to Detroit. I think that team is ready. And I think with him there, I think he would help that team. I think they would conquer the East. Now, I don't know what the situation is going to be looking like for Cleveland. I guess they're going to try to re-up James Harden. And I think the team, I think two other teams with the most cap space that they could bring in, maybe like a max player, would be the Bulls and would also be Brooklyn. I mean, I know those are probably two unlikely teams. However, I wouldn't rule out the Bulls. I would think about it, at least if I was LeBron, because they got at least 10 guards on the rosters. I mean, they made like a lot of trades last year and picked up a lot of pieces and stuff like that. So they have a lot of guards. So I wouldn't rule out the Chicago Bulls as a possibility, even though that's a long shot. But what do you guys think LeBron should play next year? Leave your thoughts in the comment section. I would love to hear how you guys feel about it and get your opinion on it. But I think LeBron should consider a lot of places, not just zero in on 2 or 3 teams, but definitely take meetings everywhere he can and then kind of decide what he wants to do and take it from there. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I would love to hear, how you guys feel about it. But yeah, man, salute to LeBron James. He had a hell of a run with the Lakers, but all good things do come to an end, and it's time there is up. All right, guys, before we get out of here, those of you who are watching, you want to connect with me on other social media networks, you go to Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, X, formerly known as Twitter, and TikTok, all at I'm in the Hills. I am INTHAHILLZ. Also, those of you who are watching, you want to support the show, we do have a goal in the live chat where you guys can support the show with the super chat. You can also donate via Cash App or Venmo at I'm in the Hills. I am INTHAHILLZ. You can also donate to the show via PayPal at EETV101. Please support the show. And also check out both of my websites. My production company is www.EETV.com. That's with 2 E's. That stands for Epic Elevate the Vision. And also you can check out my music website, www.inthehills, INTHAHILLZ. I would love to connect with you guys on all social media platforms. We have another comment. Chauncey, LeBron is done. Man, he needs to retire. I disagree with that. He's far from done. He still has a lot more in the tank. And the thing about LeBron, man, like his passing ability, his IQ, the guy can literally play. Do I think he'll play 3 more years? No, but I do think he'll play 2 more years for sure. So we'll see if I'm right on that. But I think he'll go and push it to 25 years. Trying to see if there's any other comments. Okay, I think we're good on comments. I disagree, Chauncey. I disagree. He's definitely got 2 more years. I mean, you're entitled to your opinion, but I definitely know he's got 2 more in him. He takes care of his body too much. He puts too much into the craft to just walk away. Nobody has done what he's doing at this age, so he'll definitely be around for sure. All right, guys. Before we get out of here, please check out the community section. I do have listed a poll in there. You guys can vote and let your opinions be heard. Where should LeBron James play next year? Check out that poll whenever you get the opportunity. We do have that community section. So again, check out that poll. Where should LeBron James play next year? We do have pinned in the live comment section or chat. You guys can order some merch and support the channel. I would definitely appreciate it. If you want to donate to the show, again, you can send a Cash App, a Venmo to I'm in the Hills or PayPal ETV101. If you are a Prince fan, go to Facebook, type in Purple Nation, join over 27,000 people where we celebrate the life and legacy of Prince. That's pinned in the live chat as well. We do have a weekly top 10 countdown. New episodes of that are being shot. In the meanwhile, you can check out the episodes that we have. I think it's like 19 of them, so check it out when you can. Please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. I would love to have you be a part of this family here at Terrance Hill TV. All right. I really appreciate you guys for rocking with us. It was an honor. Let me know your thoughts, where you think LeBron James is going to, finish up his career. What team will he go to next? I'm all ears, man. I'm excited to see what he decides to do. And I think today is what? Tuesday. We could maybe hear something possibly by the weekend. So we'll see. Let me promote one more thing before we get out of here. If you are a music fan and you love Eminem like I do, I did a mixtape, and it's called the Marshall Mixtape Volume 1. It's over 2.5 hours. I put this together. I produced this. I hosted this mixtape, and it's some of my favorite Eminem features and verses and songs. Over 2.5 hours. And that's why it's called Volume 1, because it's still so much music to go through. But I did my best to highlight the best that I could in those 2.5 hours. So check out that mixtape. You can find it right here on YouTube at Terrance Hill TV, the Marshall mixtape. Check it out whenever you can. All right. Thank you guys so much for rocking with us. I do want to say this. You guys think that the Lakers are better today without LeBron James? I have a question for you.
Let me ask you something. Are you out of your fucking mind?
That's my question for you. All right, guys. Appreciate you guys for rocking with us. I appreciate it. Please donate to the show. I would definitely appreciate it. Definitely need your support to continue doing what we're doing. I'm going to keep my phone on today and see what other trades are going down. I do see that Tim Hardaway went to Miami and Kawhi is going back to the Raptors. So we'll definitely keep our eyes and ears and see what other trades are going down in the National Basketball Association. But definitely all eyes are on LeBron James and what is he going to do next. All right. Appreciate you guys for rocking with us. No, I think we're clear of comments. I did drop a link for anyone who wanted to come up on the show for a minute, but no one came on. So I guess that's that on that. Does anyone want to come on the show before I get out of here? One guy was talking about he doesn't have 2 years left. Like, hey, come on. Hey, come on up. Let's talk about it. But all right, guys, I appreciate you guys for rocking with us. And hey, that's that.
And why mess up a good thing? And that's that.
I'm so high with no edibles. You ask how does it feel? It's incredible. And now I'm standing on my pedestal. Y'all got no morals, y'all unethical. I'm so high with no edibles. You ask how does it feel? It's incredible. And now I'm standing on my pedestal. Y'all got no morals, y'all unethical. I got a baby face, call it